مرحبا بكم في Math Academy for All. The goal of this video to work in midpoint strategy, and this is the second rules for rounding numbers. Say round to the nearest 10. This is the 7 here, 10 means I turn every digit in front of the 7 to 0. This becomes 3, 7, 0. Okay, and this becomes the bottom here, 3, 7, 0. And the second benchmark, I add 1 to the 7, and this became, I add 1 here, and this became 380. Okay, this is the benchmark, 370 and 380. To find the midpoint, the first 0 here, I turn it to 5, and I write everything else. This is 7, and this became the midpoint. Here, 3, 7, 5. This is the midpoint. And this is the difference between them 10, 70, and 80. The difference between them 10 means I go by 1. This means it becomes 3, 71, 3, 371 here, 372, until 375, 376, until 379 and 380. 75 here at the middle, when you round it, because at the midpoint or above, you round it to the top, 380. If it's less than the midpoint, you round it to 370. Round to the nearest 100. 100 here means I turn every number in front of the 3 to 0. Then I write 3 here, and every number in front of the 3 0, and this becomes the bottom. Okay, I add 1 to the 3 here, and this became 400, and this became the top. To find the midpoint, I came to the first 0 here, I change it to 5, I drop the 3, and I drop the 0, and it became 350. This is the midpoint, 350. Because the difference here between 300 and 400 is 100, I go by 10. I mean, this one here became 310. The top above 320, and you keep going, 350. This one 360. Okay, and the last one here 390. Okay, he says 375. Where is the 375? This is 370 here, and 75 is here. 375 is here. This is above the midpoint. Above the midpoint means you round it to 400. Okay, round to the nearest 1,000. Round to the nearest 1,000. This is the 1,000 place. I turn each digit in front of the 8 to zeros. I write 8 here, and this is 0, 0, 0, and this becomes the bottom here. 0, 0, 0. I add 1 to the 8, became 9,000, and this becomes the top. Okay, to find the midpoint, I came to the first 0 here, I change it to 5, and I drop everything else, 0, 0, 8, and it became 8,500. The midpoint here is 8,500. Okay, because the difference between 8,000 and 9,000, in 1,000, I go by 100. In the first one became 8,100, and the one after 8,200, 8,500, the one above 8,600, and the last one here 8,900. Okay, you find 8,400. This one 8,000, it's 8,400. 400 is here. 400 is here. is 472, means close to here. Here, which is 8,472. And this is under the midpoint. When you round it, you round it to 8. You round it to 8,000. Okay? What's the next one? Round to the nearest thousand. 1,000 here. With every digit in front of the 7, I turn it to 0. This is 7. This is the 1. And every digit here turn it to 0. And this becomes the bottom here. 17,000. I add 1 to the 7. I add 1 here. And this became 18,000. 18,000 here the top. To find the midpoint, I came to the first 0 here. I change it to 5. And I drop everything else. 0017. Became 17,500. 17,500. The difference between them 1,000, I go by 100. And this became 17,100. 17,200. 17,500. 17,600. And so on. But this is 8,000. This is 17,800. This is 600. This is 700. This is 800. And the number will be here. And this number 17,856. And this is above the midpoint. This is above the midpoint. When you round it to 18,000. Round to the nearest 1,000. This is the 1,000 place here. This is the 1,000 place. I turn every digit in front of the 1,000 to 0. Okay, and this is 3, 4, 2, and every digit in front of the 2 here, I turn it to 0. And this becomes the bottom. 3, 4, 2, 3 zeros. And I add 1 to the 2 here, okay, because this is the 1,000 place. I add 1 here. And this became 343. 343,000. Okay? To find the midpoint, I came to the first 0 here, I change it to 5. And I write everything else. And this is 342, 342, 5, 0, 0. This is the midpoint here, okay? And because the difference between them 1,000, the difference between them 1,000 means I go by 100. Means the first one here, 342, 100. The one above, 342, 200. And so on, 342, 500. And this one here, 342, 600. Okay? Here the question is 300 here. 342, 351. And 300 is here. 351 is here exactly. This number will be here. 342 and 300 here. 51. And this is under the midpoint. When you round it to this number. 342,000, comma. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video helpful.